Hello everybody, I'm Rockman, and welcome back to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, where we're starting off in Aquatic Ruin Zone. The third zone in the game, and a pretty cool one. It's a water level, so you'd think, oh gosh, this is the worst. But something really cool about Aquatic Ruin is it can either be a water level or a not water level, depending on how you play. If you suck and you end up going to the bottom routes, you will be playing a water level, but if you play well, like I should be, I think, you'll be above the water and you won't have to deal with it, so it'll be a not water level. And I think this is pretty cool, because water levels suck, and having the option to not play a water level is pretty good. I mean, I'd rather not have a water level at all, but whatever. I'll take this. Now we're in the special stage number 3. Going to get the third Chaos Emerald as Sonic, if you couldn't tell with your eyeballs. And it's just like every other special stage so far. Collecting rings, dodging bombs. Now I'm not sure if I mentioned, I don't think I mentioned them, about trying to think words at the same time and talk. Okay, let me get my thoughts straight. Okay, I think I have them. So if you're playing as both Sonic and Tails at the same time, Tails will be with you also in a special stage. And how that works is pretty much, let's say you push right with Sonic, about half a second or so later, Tails will move right. And if you jump, about a half second later, Tails will jump, and so on and so forth. So, I guess Tails could help collect more rings like that, but I find more often than not he's running into bombs, so another reason why I don't like playing as Tails, or Sonic and Tails at the same time. But if you want to, he's there, I guess. So that's, I think, the last thing I need to talk about special stages. Did I mention how you can go above the special stage in like in a full pipe manner, but then you'll just fall down to gravity? I might have, I'm not sure. I'll be getting to more things like that later, when that becomes irrelevant, but right now it's irrelevant, so we'll just get this third Chaos Emerald and get out of here. And go back to Aquatic Ruin, where we can continue the stage and hopefully not fall into water. Hopefully, if all goes well. I think I mentioned this in the last part, when I said you could get multiple Chaos Emeralds from the same zone, or even act for that matter. But once you pass a special stage, all the rings will reappear in the zone, so let's say you complete a special stage, after collecting a bunch of rings, they'll all respawn, so that's cool. Anyway, right here I just found the water, but thankfully, I just happened to be at the end of the zone. Or the act, not zone. I keep getting those confused. And just like that, we got through Act 1. Barely touching any water, only because I messed up a jump at the end. But I don't think I get so lucky in Act 2, unfortunately. Yeah, I get impatient and just miss that platform. So now we're underwater, yay! Although it's not too bad compared to like Labyrinth Zone, since you have the spin dash, so you have the ability to go faster in water. Still not ideal, but oh gosh, not the music. We're drowning. Oh gosh, will I get air in time? Hopefully, maybe. 1, 0. Okay, that was close. I almost died, or Sonic almost died. I just kind of sat here, but Sonic almost died all because of me. And water physics, and just barely grazing an arrow. Yeah! Once again, water, you want to watch out for air bubbles. Or better yet, just completely avoid this entirely, but I suck, so I didn't get to the uproots. If you can't tell, there's platforms. I'm not sure if they'll crush you if they land on you. If those pillars fall down on you, I mean. I think they just do damage, but don't quote me on that. I think we're coming up to the boss now, I think. Yep. Now this boss has two ways you can fight it. There's the short way and the long way, and unfortunately, the game glitches out there and I get to face it the long way. Now the short way, you want to stand on those pillars when they're rising up, and then you can just bounce into Eggman as many times as you want, as long as you just keep landing on the pillars. Now since I had to fight the long way, and I messed up that jump, Eggman's flying back and forth hitting these pillars with a hammer. They'll shoot an arrow randomly out of one of those birdie hole things. I'm not sure what you'd call them. Birdie holes is what I'm going with. If they're on the bottom three bird face holes, you can jump into them because you can jump onto the arrows and then you'll have enough height to reach them. But if they shoot at the top holes, then you won't be able to jump onto those arrows and you'll just have to wait until he hits another one. Now, the thing about this boss is sometimes those arrows just keep going off the top ones, so you'll try to jump onto the arrows, but you won't be able to reach them, and then Eggman will just keep doing that over and over again, and the fight goes on forever. I got fairly lucky. He barely shot any top arrows, so I still beat that boss in a relatively decent time. Not an ideal time, but hey, now we're in Casino Night Zone. And Tails, what are you doing here? This is a casino. You're a kid, you shouldn't be here, Tails. Gosh darn hooligans. Anyway, that was Aquatic Ruin, now let's talk about Casino Night. It's actually probably one of my favorite stages, actually. Has a pretty great tune, I like the look of it. The aesthetic. There's like a city in the background, all fancy shiny lights. And yeah. Also the pinball mechanics, because apparently pinballs appear at casinos. They actually work in this game. Now, later games I find them not working so well. But, like, pretty much you land on one of those flippers, you just push the jump button and it'll fire you off. And that's pretty cool. There's also these elevators that will take you either up or down. It's kind of... well, it's not random, it just depends on which ones you land on. Anyway, I'm avoiding that star post. I think I called it goal post before. It's a star post. Completely different from goal posts. Star posts send you to special stages. Goal posts just kind of exist. Big difference. But now we're going to special stage 4. And I think we're done talking about new stuff for this. I mean, it's not really important, but a little thing to note, just as a little Easter egg, I guess. If you mean paying attention to the color of the special stage, like the half pipe you're running on, and the Chaos Emeralds we've been getting, it's the same color. So we're on a whitish gray platform, or half pipe. I keep saying platform. It's a half pipe. So that means, more likely than not, that the Chaos Emerald we're getting is going to be white or gray. I can't really tell. It's either white or gray. I mean, I want to say white, but it's probably gray. I can't tell. I'm probably colorblind, even though I can see colors. I'm probably colorblind. And yeah, getting to advanced tech here, having to jump forward and back to the other sides of the pipe instead of running the bombs. Means probably more efficient to know exactly where you're going and zoom in through the bombs and dodging them, but I'm not that skilled, so jumping's easier. And let's see. I think this is the final part of the special stage now, I think. Hopefully we can get through it. I mean, I know we get through it, but kind of want this to end so I can continue talking about Casino Night and not be kind of out of place. There we go. And it's a pink Chaos Emerald. I guess I lied. I thought the color of the ramps are the same color as the Chaos Emeralds. Huh. Maybe I am colorblind. Anyway, back to the Casino Night. Nice music. There's also these little pad bumper thingamajigs. There's also regular bumper thingamajigs. Those color-coded ones, if you bounce on them enough times, they'll disappear. So it starts off green, and I believe goes yellow, then red. Then after red, it just disappears. And that's that. I don't recall if I mentioned about item boxes in this game. They're pretty much the exact same as they were in previous Sonic the Hedgehog games. You can get either a shield, which lets you take a hit without losing your rings or anything. There's speed shoes, which increases your speed drastically. And then there's a 1-up, which gives you a 1-up. And then there's invincibility, which makes you invincible to everything but crushing and drowning. So that's item boxes. What's the deal with this casino? There's like Tails and Sonic faces all over the place. Tails is kind of a nerd who was bullied for having 2 tails, so why they would put him in the casino, I don't know. And Sonic just kind of arrived here recently on West Island, so what's the deal with that? I don't know. Want to be careful there for those blue boxes, they'll crush you, and that's not good. That's no good. There's some speed shoes that would have made us go fast, but I didn't get them or whatever. Didn't want to hear Casino Night Super Fast Remix, I guess. Do I get that star post? Yes, I do. Okay. Didn't know if I missed it for whatever reason. I don't think I use it, but... And yeah. Casino Night. Now we just have to get to the boss. Which is super intense. Have to get past these bumpers. Like most stages, there's an upper and lower path, or multiple pathways you can take. In Casino Night, I find it easier to take the lower path, because when you take the upper path, you have to like use flippers and stuff to make specific jumps. The bottom path, you just kind of go, so I find it faster and easier, so that's the path I take. There's also those springs that you can go on, and you have to charge up. Hold down the jump button and let us push back, and then you let go, and then you get send you flying, so there's that. I believe we're at the boss, if it'll come in at any time. Come on, Eggman, I'm waiting for you in the boss room. There we go. So this is the egg climb machine thingamajig. I don't know if it has an official name, but that's what I'm calling it. So to fight this boss, you pretty much want to either not fly yourself into the electric energy stuff that's trying to kill you. You want to spin dash up the walls and jump into him, or you can use the flippers to fly yourself into the air around him and then just fall into him. That's how you're going to hit him. Now, as for his attacks, as you saw earlier, if you flip yourself underneath him directly instead of around him, you will get zapped, and that's not good. He also drops these bombs, like he did in Starlight Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 16-bit. If those land on you, they'll hurt you, but even if they don't land on you, they'll explode into smaller pellets that'll hurt you, so generally easy to avoid, but just like that, he's down. Got hit a few times, but you can just grab your rings and you're all good. But anyways, that's the end of part 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.